We are at the LBMA in Vienna, and with me now is Roland Wang. He's the Managing Director China for the World Gold Council. He joins us now. Roland, thank you for being with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Well, let's start by talking about China. Obviously, they made a big splash this summer coming out with their gold reserves. We've seen them become more and more transparent as the months go by. Is this a trend you think that will continue?
I believe so. I mean, the PBOC has announced in June and then continue to monthly expose its reserve, including gold reserve. And in the past 3 months, they keep increase. Now, the total gold reserve is close to 1,700 tons.
Now, why do you think they decided to be transparent now?
Well, I think maybe one of the reasons is that they in line with the request from the IMF request. I believe that from now on they will continue to keep on this monthly report on their state reserve.
All right. Well, let's talk about gold and gold demand in China. We have two very big gift-giving events coming up, one in India, Diwali, and later on in China with the Lunar New Year. How do you see this affecting gold demand?
Well, China usually, by season, the first quarter usually is the peak season for gold because of the Chinese New Year, both New Year and Chinese Lunar New Year. So we believe that you always have the strong demand in the first quarter. So we expect that they will keep that pace. Of course, you cannot compare with the real peak one in 2013.
Right.
But we say that now the demand level is back to normal, so we expect that to still can have a healthy demand in the coming first quarter next year.
Okay, so there's a healthy demand for gold. How do you see the landscape when looking at supply?
People worried about the economy slowdown in China. Of course, we face a lot of challenges, but in terms of consumption of gold, we still have quite solid belief that consumers still have a strong belief on gold, and they still keep buying, especially for the jewelry demand. We have seen a pickup in the third quarter.
Right.
And we haven't come out the final figure yet, but from our contact with the trade and the market retailers, we find that third quarter should be okay.
That was definitely a concern, right? People were questioning China's economy, saying if they have a weakening economy, won't that hurt gold sales?
Well, if you look at the data, it may show the concern, of course. It will face the challenge. However, if you study the actual consumption by the middle-class people, during the National Day holiday past the first week of October, they go out, they visit Japan, Korea, and South Asian countries, even Europe, and you can see how they consume in that countries. I think there's a trend for local consumers to buy high-quality products more from during their overseas trips, and also online sales. So you can't read the figure only on the traditional channels. You have to study this new trends. So I believe the middle class in China, based on the big size of it, and also the more urbanization of the process, we will see that there's more middle class coming into the market. We have quite confidence on this.
Roland, thank you so much for your thoughts today.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching our coverage here from the LBMA in Vienna. We'll have more for you, so stay tuned to Kitco.com.